Episode 1. I don't know about parenting. He didn't come with a manual, and even if he did, I'd probably misinterpret that manual. He starts to cry and he says, nobody cares. Everybody's always mad at me. Nobody says nice things to me. And he proceeds, and I've never seen this before, to punch himself in the face to the point he gave himself a black eye.
So the big question is this: how are parents like us, who don't have a manual, who are doing the best we can, who feel as though we aren't enough, how are we going to raise healthy, happy children who we are proud of and still keep our sanity in that process? That's the question, and this podcast will give you the answers. My name is Ryan Roy, and welcome to I Don't Know Jack About Parenting, a podcast for parents who are being real with themselves.
All right, there we go. Episode 1. I don't know about parenting. So I have a 7-year-old. Amazing kid. I've read every book, every parenting magazine, implemented as best I know how with the knowledge I have. And I'm still, I always say this, still gonna screw him up. Because I don't know about parenting. He didn't come with a manual, and even if he did, I'd probably misinterpret that manual. So today, he's been having some challenges breathing. We brought him to see the doctor. They sent him to an allergist, see if he has asthma. No asthma. Scores 100 on his oxygen test. Scores 100 on his breathing and airflow tests. But he has shortness of breath at times. And they're a little perplexed. And obviously, as a parent, I'm a little concerned. So they put him on some inhalers. We haven't noticed much of a difference. It's been a month. And in the last 2 days, it seems as though it's getting more and more. So today, after leaving the allergist, I sense him, or I don't sense him, he's in the back seat of the car just talking to me about his day. And concerned parent, frustrated that we don't know what's going on. He's not old enough to explain what's going on, so the doctor's kind of perplexed. I say to the doctor, he has a 1-year-old brother that he gets a lot of attention, and we're not giving him as much attention, not intentionally. It's just life is crazy with 2 kids and 2 careers going and a lot of extracurricular activities, right? I keep asking the wife, like, slow down on the extracurriculars. He doesn't need karate and swimming and soccer, and like, I can't keep up. There's not time to freaking literally breathe, right? But we don't know better. We're doing the best we can with the knowledge that we have. We don't know about parenting. So I think there's a level of stress that he senses because it's always go, go, go. There's no downtime. And even the downtime, he wants to, like any kid at his age, wants to play some video games. But we're trying to throttle that back, right? We don't want to get it out of hand or that be the thing. So we rescheduled. We've given him very limited time with that. He's not getting as much time with us. And what time is going on from my perspective is him being busy in an activity, whether that's school or swimming or soccer or karate, going to a friend's house to play, but he's not getting as much one-on-one interaction with us as parents. And he does get it. He's not getting as much as he used to because we have a baby who's teething and just turned 1 and just got his shots and has been sick because he's adapting from formula to whole milk. So the last month has been a whirlwind of craziness. Not building an excuse, just saying I don't know shit about parenting and dealing with a 7-year-old while dealing with a 1-year-old while dealing with dual careers and a lot of other things going on. I hope somebody out there can relate to this. Whew. So today we're in the car, and this almost makes me want to go to tears because this is my boy. I love this kid with everything I have. He is such an amazing kid, but he's feeling the stress. So I ask him, hey, you're breathing heavy, as he's trying to tell me. I said, you're doing it now. What do you feel? And he just, out of frustration, says, I don't feel nothing. Stop asking me. To that, I'm frustrated because I say, I care about you, I love you, and I want to know what's going on, and I want you to be able to describe it as best you can as it's happening. And he goes, just leave me alone. So I gather myself, and I'm frustrated, but I'm so far from perfect. And he says to me, he goes, Dad, I had a bad day. And I said, well, you know what? I don't want to hear it. You had a bad day, and you just yelled at me, and I don't want to hear about your bad day. And this doesn't happen often, and this is why he starts to cry, and he says, nobody cares. Everybody's always mad at me. Nobody says nice things to me. And he proceeds, and I've never seen this before, to punch himself in the face to the point he gave himself a black eye. So as I was saying, he punched himself in the face to the point where he gave himself a black eye. And obviously I knew he was having a bad day. He says, you don't even care, you don't want to listen to me. So I pull over somewhere because we're in the car. And I said, what's going on? Why did you have a bad day? And he tells me that some kids, he's at a camp right now. It's a fall break camp. And he says some kids didn't want to play with me. And everybody's always mad at me. And I said, well, who's everybody? Mommy's always mad at me. And I says, Daddy always mad at you? And he's like, no. I said, well, be honest with me. And honestly, you know, we have high expectations for him. And we probably put some pressures on him that a 7-year-old shouldn't have to do. Be aware of your brother. Don't hurt your brother. Everything is about his brother these days. I'm aware of it, but we're trying to make sure that it, you know, safety, this, that, and the other. Don't run around the house. Don't bang because your brother's trying to sleep. Your brother's awake. You got to be careful. Your brother, which got to get annoying when you're 7 and you just want to have fun. So he breaks down, and I ask him if he wants a hug, and he's like, no, just leave me alone. I don't know shit about parenting. Because every day, no matter how much I've done or what I do, I'm going to have a bad day. He may have a bad day. I may respond poorly. He may receive something I say poorly. I may be a dumb dad and in the moment say, I don't want to listen to you because you hurt my feelings. And then he's like, you hurt my feelings more. We had that banter back and forth. But I don't know shit about parenting. Now, I can tell you this. I wrote a book about parenting. And I have an amazing kid. But I also know that I'm not perfect and he's not perfect. And I know that I'm going to make mistakes. And as parents out there, you probably don't know shit about parenting either. I have a commitment tonight that I'm pulling up to right now. My promise to him, because usually on Monday nights, I'm not there to tuck him in and say prayers and talk about our day. Which reminds me, I gotta show him a YouTube video about how to change your oil, because he told me my car needs service. I gotta make sure I'm home tonight to tuck him in before he goes to bed. And most Monday nights I'm not, but today I'm leaving early and making sure he's there so he knows that he's loved, he's cared for, and I got to keep that commitment as I do all my commitments to him. Because right now he's feeling less than loved. He's feeling as though he's not enough. He's frustrated and mad because he feels people are upset with him, and he's putting pressure on himself. And no 7-year-old needs to do that. Here's the thing. I'm not a perfect parent. I don't know shit about parenting. But I do know this. My son said he feels as though everyone's always mad at him, which means we need to show him more love. I heard him. I heard him loud and clear. Now it's up to me as his parent to react or respond in a way that negates or makes him start to feel the opposite of what he's been feeling. So, how do I do that? I just show up better than I have. I communicated with my wife, which I already did, and she came with a softer approach tonight. But as parents, it kills us to think that our son feels less than loved because he is loved and adored. We're just not expressing it in a way that he can receive that. All right, that's episode 1 of I Don't Know about Parenting.
Do you want to be the dad you wish you had? If so, go get my free book, Be the Dad You Wish You Had, at BeTheDadYouWishYouHad.com. Inside, you'll find my most effective 40 tips to quickly and easily transform yourself into the ideal dad. Go to BeTheDadYouWishYouHad.com now and get it while it's free.